In my opinion, people who think opting for grass-fed, free-range animals instead of factory-farmed animals are kind of deluding themselves, to be honest. Yup, I'm gonna go there, so just bear with me. We would require like 7 planet Earths to be able to feed the population with that level of thinking. Our poor planet and our poor animals. Think about the amount of land and water needed to feed just one animal. What are people thinking? If we were to be done with factory farms and only have free range grass-fed animals, how on earth is that sustainable? To me, it's just flawed thinking. It's kind of insanity, and it's a completely unsustainable mindset. And I think that it's a mindset that is based in fear. The fear being that we cannot thrive on plants. But I think that this fear paradigm in the collective is slowly shifting. Woohoo! Because we can thrive on plants alone. And I think deep down, this is what we'd all prefer, right? To not have to kill and exploit animals and still thrive. Like, wouldn't we all rather that? So the issue is, people are truly so addicted to eating animals and drinking other species' milk and eating animal periods, and so they're so deeply indoctrinated into that paradigm that they ignore or avoid what's possible. It's like people don't want to change, but I think it's because they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see what's the other side of that change for themselves and for others and the planet. It's been so deeply programmed into society, I think purposely, cleverly conditioned into us. But who really wants animals to be a commodity? Who really wants animals to be killed? And what upsets me the most is when spiritually aware people, and actually especially women, who understand the law of attraction and energetics, continue this behavior, and they use what's called spiritual bypassing to justify killing animals. I have heard it all. I've heard it all. Like, the lamb's soul chose into the experience. The deer stepped forward for the tribesmen to kill it and offered its life. Says who? A lamb farmer? An old wives' tale that's been passed down? People want to so desperately defend the behavior, their actions, what they do, that they know is not in alignment with who they truly are, which is love. So please, just, if that's you, just please let your guard down and see. Because I will not have this spiritual bypassing, and here's why. And I just want to issue a little trigger warning here, because I'm going to speak about childhood trauma. If your child was sexually abused and exploited and then murdered, would you say, oh well, their soul chose into that experience, so that's okay? Like, even if their soul chose into that experience, it's a form of victim blaming when you say that. It's the highest abuse of spiritual law and truth that there is, to condone abuse by abusing spiritual law. Of course, from source perspective, nothing matters. Like, of course, but from this human perspective, it does. And the human perspective is equally as important and valid as source perspective. In fact, it's the only thing that we really have and that we really know is right now, this moment, right now. I don't like how people abuse spiritual truths to condone their abusive behavior and violent behavior. And I feel so sad and angry about it. And that's okay. I'm allowed to feel that way when our innocent, beautiful animals are being abused and exploited. Of course I'm going to feel that way. And I really hate to break it to you, but killing is violence and abuse. And it is just as abusive if you pay someone else to do it. There's no two ways about it. No matter your reasons or your intention, killing is violence and abuse. And it takes real courage to admit that, to acknowledge that, to validate the victim's perspective. It takes a great deal of awareness, I know. Can you admit that? Can you admit that? Because I did, and I am so grateful every day that I did. And this still stands, whichever victim you inflict this abuse upon. Yes, whatever species too. So killing and exploitation, we can agree, is abusive. It's abuse. Can we extend our compassion and empathy and our basic rights that we have for humans to other animals, to other sentient beings? I just can't hold this in sometimes. Like, you deserve to know the truth and embody the truth. And I see your power. I know that you will do the right thing with this information. And again, I just want to say another trigger warning, because I'm going to speak about sexual abuse and stuff, because I was sexually abused as a child. And even though I agree that my soul chose into that experience for whatever lessons, I was still a victim in that moment, and they were still the perpetrator. And it didn't have to happen, because people in this human perspective, in this reality, have free will and the freedom of choice, which is different from other animals. We have this power, the power of choice, the power of the freedom of choice. And yeah, of course I found positives, and I've become who I am because of what happened in my childhood. Yes, there's always, I guess, silver linings, if you can call it that, but it still doesn't make it okay, ever. That is bypassing, and it's something that people do as a coping strategy to get their head around what's happened. But no, I personally acknowledge the full truth from the full perspective, which is source perspective and human perspective. Can you see that? So why are you still doing this to the animals? Please don't bypass what actually happens by manipulating spirituality to justify abusive and violent behavior, because it is wrong. And yes, my lovely, there is such thing as wrong and right from human perspective. Sexual abuse, definitely wrong. Murder, definitely wrong. I think we can all agree on these things, unless we're psychopaths, right? So of course, from source perspective, everything's perfect. Whether from human perspective it's wrong or right. I mean, of course, from source perspective, there is no wrong or right. But what the heck are we doing when we let ourselves become apathetic and condone abuse because of some belief about source perspective? Yes, I believe it too, but that doesn't excuse a damn thing. And the truth is, we don't know for sure. And if you think you know for sure, then I think you need help, because no one knows for sure, okay? So please, please, please don't bypass murder by saying that an innocent, sentient, beautiful animal wanted to be killed, wanted to suffer. No, they don't. They don't ever want to be killed, ever. And they tell us that when they struggle, when they scream, with the fear in their eyes, in the very moments before their murder. And if you lure them into a false sense of security before you slash their throat, then that's even more disturbing. They trusted you, and you chose to betray them. They tell us in the ways that they can, in the ways that they can express, right? They say to us in their way, don't hurt me, don't take my life, don't take my babies, don't take my baby's milk. In this reality, in this present moment, in this human perspective, which is really truly the only one that is happening right now that we are fully aware of, and is just as valid as source perspective, in this moment, you have choice. You have choice. You have your emotional guidance system, your emotional intelligence, right? That's like when you feel guilty or, whatever feelings you're feeling. But your emotional guidance system, I know for a fact, you don't enjoy killing animals. Unless you're a psychopath, you don't enjoy that. And that in an ideal world, you wouldn't be doing that. I'm saying, what if an ideal world is possible for you right now? Because, my lovely, the animals tell us. They tell us, and I know that you hear them. I know, like me, you can hear them, right? I know that you go against every ounce of your true nature as a loving human when you take their life from them. Why are you doing that when you don't have to? This present moment is all we really know. The rest is just speculation. The rest is just beliefs and ideas. It's hearsay and tales and what we think we know. The truth is that humane slaughter is a lie. Animals do not want to die. There is nothing humane or compassionate about killing. Slaughter is a clever word created by industry to create detachment, cognitive dissonance, to disassociate you and detach you from what's really happening, what you're really doing, which is murdering, killing, violence. Humane slaughter is a lie. Animals do not want to die. Please hear them. Please hear them now, in this moment, because in this moment you have choice. They are the most precious, innocent beings on the planet, and people choose to exploit and kill them unnecessarily. Please stop. Please stop filtering your nutrients through animals and just go straight to the source, the plants. All the animals you eat plants. That's how they receive the nutrients that you're taking from their bodies and their secretions. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, I literally can't deal with it sometimes. My heart genuinely breaks for these beautiful animals and for our Mother Earth. And our planet will spew us out. She's got a fever. She's going to blow her nose with hurricanes. She's going to raise her temperatures with fires. She's going to spew up her insides with volcanoes. She's going to shiver from the trauma with her earthquakes. But she's not going anywhere. This earth is not going anywhere. We're destroying ourselves. How dumb is that, right? I see people eating dead animals. Animals! Beautiful animals. They're eating animals. Their flesh and their veins, and they're drinking their secretions and eating their periods. And I'm just like, what? Just happily taking away a baby cow's milk and selfishly drinking it when there's like 11, I don't know, probably even more than 11 plant milks available to choose from, that you can get fortified with all the things you think you're getting from animals' milk. Like, you can have your kefir, you can have your cultured yogurts, you can have whatever you want with plants, whatever you need. So why use animals? Drinking milk from another species is just weird. I'm sorry, but it's gross. And it's so strange for this day and age to still be doing that, I think. Like, I actually can't believe that it still goes on. I literally can't understand it sometimes, especially now when the truth is out there. Like, when I researched this 7 years ago, I changed. I had the courage to see what I was doing and I changed. And I cannot understand why others won't, why others turn a blind eye, why others choose to find ways to continue eating animals. Like, I don't get it. Why put your blinkers on to this mass murder and continue to selfishly do what you've always done? Like, it's so unbelievably selfish and stupid when, like, we've got a mass extinction on our hands. Like, you think you don't matter, but you do. Your actions and your behaviors count. They matter in this world. You think that your choices are just about you, but they're not. They impact everyone on this planet, in this freaking universe. And most won't even look into veganism. They're so resistant to it. They won't even give it a fair chance for like a year with genuine effort and support. Why? Do our animals not deserve that? I think that's the least we can all do. I think they deserve better than this. And like I said, I became vegan 7 years ago. We have the internet. We have all the information you could ever want. All the recipes in the whole world you could ever want. Like, we have everything we ever need. All the science, all the evidence. We have so many thriving vegans in this world right now. So we know it's possible. And I truly believe if something is possible for one person, it's possible for anyone. And it is possible and it is happening. But what I don't get is how resistant people are to even trying and like trying again, like try again. Like if you don't succeed at first, try again. Like a way will unfold for you, especially if you believe it will. And if you believe in yourself and believe in your body, and if you see your power and see the power of plants, choose to believe this instead. Like it's the least we can do for our animals and the earth. But instead, people pour hours of research, time and money into the Western A price diet, like meat-based paleo and keto. They try to seek out evidence against veganism and they try to disprove it and try to come up with excuses and reasons not to. Why do people want to kill animals so badly? Why? I just don't get it. Why choose a lifestyle that harms animals? Why not use that time to look into how to thrive being vegan? Put all your energy and focus and belief and trust there instead. Like people are so addicted to that old paradigm, that old belief system that says we need animals, we need to eat animals, that they refuse to give veganism a proper go. I mean, what I'm saying is as much time, energy, effort, investment that you put into your meat-based, your animal-based diet into this. And it bothers me, especially with like spiritually aware people who know we create our own reality. Like, I think you must be living under a rock if you haven't heard of the law of attraction and that we create our own reality. Like, this is how I live my life and it works for me. So if we create our own reality, why choose a reality where we have to kill animals to survive? Like, that is just madness to me. Sometimes I just can't contain this. Like, I have to speak out. Like, I was really triggered the other weekend. I was at a retreat and I tuned in deeply. And I'm just gonna like let you know what came through, okay? I am the voice of lamb. We do not want to die. We do not want to be bred into existence to be exploited. We do not want you to kill us, ever. Stop breeding us to use us and kill us, please. I am the voice of our Mother Earth. Please stop raping me to make space for your animals. Please stop raping me to feed your animals. I provide all for you. All is within my plants. I have put the medicine within my plants. All you have to do is not eat animals and not take their milk and not eat their periods. You just have to stop doing that, okay? It's not that difficult. Instead, you can eat vibrant, life-giving, abundant plant foods. Any meal that you like can be veganized. Any and all nutrients are found in plants. Any of the nutrients you find in animals are in plants in abundance. So I often hear of people who try being vegan, who tried a vegan diet, who haven't researched it properly or really gotten that much help, go back to eating animals and then start taking supplements and then think that it's the animals making them feel better, when really it's because they're taking supplements. So why not just take the supplements when you're vegan? Like, oh my Lord. Isn't it worth giving this a really, really, really good go? Like, it's bizarre that people would rather kill a gorgeous animal and eat its rotting flesh than have some freaking beans. What the F, people? Right, 7 years on and I still have to explain to supposedly compassionate, empathetic, spiritually aware humans that killing is not cool, okay? I'm just like, hurry up, cultured meat. For those people who are addicted to animal flesh, it's the best option, and I cannot wait for it to arrive so we can stop harming animals and instead love them in true harmony and like live in true harmony with them. Like, let's bring our earth back to life. Let's bring our forests back. Let's truly love and care for animals the way that our hearts tell us to. Let's find new beliefs. Let's believe new beliefs and find new ways of being that truly align with our compassionate nature and our highest nature as humans, which is love. Come over to the light, my friends. It is so beautiful over here. Let's shine a light on the shadows of this old paradigm and learn from it and step into a new paradigm, the heaven on earth paradigm. Your ideal reality can actually be. So let's allow it in. Let's say yes to it. And if you would prefer not to kill animals to live and thrive, then, my lovely, it is done. It is done. You got this. I believe in you. You have permission to let go of the old you and the parts of you who still believe that you need to kill animals to live, okay? You have permission to let that go because it's possible for you. It's possible for you to eat plants and thrive because it's possible for me. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I love you so much. Bye.